Gentlemen, welcome to the final segment here of Mouthing Off with Mike. The final mouth off with Mike. Kind of goes without saying here, guys. So, this past week in professional wrestling, we had a great week. If you caught Wrestle Kingdom 18 early Thursday morning, then you saw a fantastic first pay-per-view for New Japan Pro Wrestling to start their 2024, headlined by Naito and Sonata for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Naito finally gets his big win in the Tokyo Dome and is not spoiled. He gets to do his roll call. Great stuff from New Japan. Okada and Danielson, a fantastic match. Probably when we talk end of year awards for 2024, this will probably be a match of the year, no doubt in my mind. I want to see them do it again. I want to see another one. We saw the first one. We saw the second one. I want the third one. I want it Wembley. Give it to me, Tony Khan. You know the deal. For the rest of Wrestle Kingdom, a new global champion was unveiled. David Finlay overcame Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay, both of them with some very cool entrance gears. Will Ospreay dressed like an assassin from Assassin's Creed. Moxley dressed up like Red Hood from Batman comics. Now, I did not know Moxley was down like that, but hell yeah, Mox. I became a bigger fan because of it. I love the Red Hood fit. Looked so sick. Wrestle Kingdom, go check it out if you haven't on NewJapanProWrestlingWorld.com. It was $10 for the month. You get all the shows, the pay-per-views for the month. You also got New Year's Dash as well the next night. And New Japan is cooking on all cylinders here, ladies and gentlemen, because recently released, now 90-day no-compete clause has been lifted. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, made his appearance in New Japan at Wrestle Kingdom, and he attacked, much like the guy who attacked the judge in the courtroom, he attacked David Finlay at the press conference. So it looks like Dolph, Nick Nemeth, might be coming for that global championship real soon. Matt Riddle also called out Tanahashi. Wild, absolutely wild. Didn't think I'd see that, but Matt Riddle's going to go to Japan. Okay, I'm here for it. So Wrestle Kingdom, good show. Go catch it if you haven't. As for the final mouth-offs here for WWE, look, The Rock, a lot of things change now for WrestleMania season. Is Cody going to take on Roman? We don't know. Is Seth and Punk going to happen? Maybe. Things will get clearer once we get closer to the Rumble, once we get further from the Rumble. When you get on that road to WrestleMania, anything can happen, because look at what happened with Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston was not supposed to win the WWE Championship, but the fans backed him. Kofi Mania happened. He throned Bryan Danielson at WrestleMania. Same thing could happen here on the road to WrestleMania. A new star could emerge. Something that you can't deny it, and you got to give him that spot. I still think The Rock Roman's going to happen at the Elimination Chamber. You need a big match to sell that pay-per-view. You got to be up at like 4 a.m., 6 a.m. on the East Coast. That's going to be a tough sell. I don't know, man. So I think Rock Roman could headline that. Potentially, you could do a double main event. Rock, Roman, Cody Roman. I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to get too crazy into it. I'd love to see both of these matches happen at WrestleMania, because I'm going to WrestleMania. So I'm very torn. If Rock and Roman happens at Mania, I'll be ecstatic. I get to see The Rock wrestle for the first time ever in my 26 years of life. Second of all, if Cody and Roman 2 happens, I got to see the second installment in their matches. I saw the first one last year at 39. I was deflated. Don't get me wrong. I thought Cody was going to do it. Still, he has a chance to do it, and it could be big time. The WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles need to be split up tomorrow. There are too many teams on Raw and SmackDown to have one pair of champions floating between both shows. The Judgment Day, I love Finn and Priest as tag champs. I don't want them to drop the titles. I'm not saying for them to drop the titles, but I am saying WWE is going to have to split them at some point. You've got so many teams on Raw. The Creed Brothers, DIY, The New Day when Xavier Woods is healthy, Viking Raiders when Eric is healthy. You've got Vinci and Kaiser. There's a lot of teams. SmackDown, just as many teams, if not more. You've got the Bloodline. Obviously, Jimmy and Solo are doing whatever Roman wants them to do, but they could go for tag gold. You got Pretty Deadly. You got the Almighty Prophets. You've got the Good Brothers. You've got the LWO. Dare I say you've got more tag teams on SmackDown than possibly Raw, but we have to split the titles. It's time. You have the returning debut of AOP this week. Another tag team, another faction on SmackDown. Tag titles got to get split. We need to see something go on there. The Raw side get their shot. The SmackDown teams get their shots for the titles. A lot of teams are clamoring for tag title opportunities. So it's going to have to happen eventually. I hope it happens before WrestleMania so you can get 2 maybe multi-team matches like they did last year at Mania at 39. I don't know. That's just spitball here. AEW. A lot of people were worried because of the Continental Classic finishing up that AEW was gonna have a problem with matches and television, but they did not have a problem this first show of the year. A great show, headlined by a great debut, a great addition to the AEW women's division. So here's hoping AEW can keep this momentum going for the remainder of 2024 because 2023 got a little muddy. I'll be honest. I want AEW to succeed. I'm not one of those people that is wishing for their demise. I love professional wrestling. And when I say I love professional wrestling, I can talk about just about any professional wrestling. I watch just about anything. I can stay up all night watching New Japan. I can stay up all morning watching a premium live event from across the pond for AEW or WWE. Anything. I'll watch indie stuff. We're going to GCW when they come out here to Arizona for their debut. I'm going to be there. I can watch just about any wrestling as long as it's entertaining. And a lot of wrestling in this generation, in these last couple years, has been very good. For AEW, keep the momentum going. Things are firing in all cylinders. And I just hope they don't get too dependent upon mystery signings and signing free agents here the next couple months, weeks. But definitely a drastic change in AEW programming this week. And I love to see it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my thoughts this past week on professional wrestling across the globe. You heard me saying in the year-end awards, 2023, I didn't watch too much, New Japan, Ring of Honor. This year, we're going to try to watch a lot more, so I can cover a lot more for everybody, cover all those fan bases. If you're watching WWE, if you're watching AEW, if you're watching Ring of Honor, New Japan, Stardom, all of the above and anything in between. So there you have it, folks. The first episode of Season 2 of 2024 for Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling Podcast. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I am a WWE Shop affiliate, which means if you use my link to get any new gear from WWE Shop, it directly helps support the show, helps me make improvements, help me hopefully do some cool contests for 2024 for all of you to win some merch. So there you have it, folks. That's this week's episode. Go out there and enjoy pro wrestling. From your host here, I'm signing off.
Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike.